Hello again, everyone. We are Gaming by Gaslight, and welcome back to another another edition of Talking by Gaslight. Today we have two very exciting little milestones for the channel to talk about. So, the first of all, of course, is the 1,000 subscriber milestone. Huzzah, we did it. Everyone give yourselves a pat on the back. We did it, team. I'm really excited about that one. It's a pretty big milestone for the channel. And the other big milestone that I'm also pretty excited about is the fact that today, well, not today, tomorrow, the 28th of May, that is, marks the channel's 1-year anniversary. So I've been doing this for about a year now, and it's pretty fun, pretty exciting. I am really happy to, well, just the fact that the channel has lasted this long, really. I didn't really know how long I was going to do this when I started. I obviously had high hopes that we would go places, but like with any dream, you never know where it's going to go when you start it until you actually get going. I just want to thank you all for making all this possible. While I was putting together these clips and stuff for this particular episode, I noticed, well, I think I've come a long way as a commentator and whatnot. I mean, just looking at my first episodes, they were awful. My commentary sounded like I was like half dead or something, just completely bored and nervous and like I didn't really want to be there. Just awful. Just awful. Go back and look at them if you want to see for yourself. It was just... But I think I've come a long way. I got more life, a bit more energy into things, and a significantly, I guess, greater sense of, I don't know, like, confidence, a sense of self, and identity. I know who it is I'm trying to be here on YouTube right now, and what I want this channel to be, and overall, I think... I guess obviously, at its core, what this channel is and what it always should be is just a place to really share my love for gaming and a place for you guys to come to also share in that love of gaming and about just games and stuff and whatever else happens to come up, really. You know, I want it to be that kind of place. I love the fact that every time I log on these days to upload videos and to check on things and make sure everything is going right and like a video is launched and stuff. I just love reading your comments. I love seeing discussions, which I'm seeing a lot more of these days, and that's the thing to me that I think is really a mark of a successful channel, is when you start seeing conversations between people, not just between like the actual channel owner and viewers and stuff, but even between individual viewers, and I love seeing that. I think it's great and all that sense of community, and I'm really happy that we've got that going here. However, this isn't going to be a video that's just me patting myself on the back or anything like that. Obviously, we've reached 1,000, we've reached 365 days of this, and the question, of course, as always, that I find myself asking is, well, where do we go from here? What is next for the channel? I mean, I obviously want to keep growing the channel and doing more of it. I still see it as a hobby. It's just something I do for fun. Would I want to do this as a job? Well, I think I'd be crazy if I said... Well, I'd be lying straight up if I said that I didn't nurse some kind of dream somewhere of possibly one day being able to actually treat this channel as a career. Will that day happen? We don't know. Of course, the immediate short-term goal, I think, that would be awesome, would be if I could actually make the channel at least self-sustaining. You've probably noticed that I have started monetizing my videos for the last week or so now, and the channel's made almost $10 at this point. Huzzah. So that's pretty cool. That's almost enough to buy a game on sale. Actually, that probably is enough to buy at least one game on sale or something like that. It's pretty awesome. I like that. And, I mean, I kind of crunched the numbers behind. I don't actually know exactly, like, what a view is worth to YouTube or anything like that. I've heard it's something like 1,000 views equals $1 or something like that. So, yeah. I don't know. That's not the most important thing. I mean, other than, of course, figuring out, like, how many views I would have to get in order to make enough money so that I could consistently buy new games and stuff like that. And that's something I kind of will work with off camera. I think it's something, like, I would need to be getting... Like, I think, ideally, because the minimum threshold for where, like, YouTube pays out is apparently, like, once your channel has earned $100, like, it's in $100 minimum increments there, which is approximately, I guess, what would that be, 100,000 views a month in order to get $100 a month, which would probably be at the point where the channel would be self-sustaining, I think, because then there'd be enough to buy, like, one big AAA game a month if I were into that. I don't know if you guys would really want that or not. Something like that, basically, and then there'd be a bit of it left over to invest in other stuff and things like that. Because I do, of course, always want to make sure that I have money set aside so I can keep getting better equipment and just making things better and all. But let's not just talk about money, because that's not the most important part about this channel. I just want to give you guys a bit of an insight into what I'm thinking of when it comes to like trying to make the channel more than it is, in the sense of like being able to make it something that can sustain itself and keep going, and so that I wouldn't have to worry about, I guess, like just financial things. Because that's really the only real limit on the channel right now, is how much money I have available in order to buy new games, and money's a little tight for me right now. My gaming budget is not quite as unlimited as it was when I was younger, for, you know, obvious reasons and all. So, yeah. Anyway, moving on. What else do we want to reflect on today? I mean, I don't know. Like, a year ago, I started this channel mostly because I'd been kind of, like, at the end of my third year of university, and I was feeling kind of down at the time. Like, I was just questioning, am I doing the right thing? Am I where I want to be? Am I working towards what I want to do with my life, really? And the answer was seemingly no, and plus there were some other shenanigans going on at that point where I was starting to have my doubts that I was being guided along to the right path that I was trying to go on, and then I was possibly getting bad information about what exactly I should be doing in order to make my education goals actually get met. But, you know, that's something for another time, and I don't really want to waste time raging about that. But anyway, basically I just ended that school year, and when I came home for the summer, I thought to myself, well, I have some money that I've set aside. I'll just build a computer and try starting a YouTube channel and see where that goes. And frankly, I'm just really happy, basically, about how it went, because I had some doubts. One of my big problems is I always doubt myself and think to, like, the worst of myself for some reason. And I think having this channel has kind of forced me to abandon that very cynical outlook and consider the fact that, you know, I am actually, I guess, apparently entertaining, since people keep coming back to watch my stuff and have conversations with me and stuff like that. And that means a lot. It really does mean a lot. And as I've said before in videos like this, I want to make sure this channel keeps going for as long as it can and can be the best that it can, and is always trying to do something different. And with that in mind, I guess let's wrap this episode up with a bit of a poll. I have had a lot of suggestions for different games I could do on the channel, and at some point I want to get around to doing all of them, because, I mean, if you guys want to see me play a game, I eventually want to actually, you know, make good on that. Even if it ends up being a game I don't like, you know, it's still something that, you know, I might end up finding out it's a game I do like, and stuff like that, and that's always awesome. So, with that said, I'll probably have like some kind of little poll thing, because I think you can do that with cards or annotations or something these days. Some of the suggestions I've been given thus far are games like Rust, something from the Total War series, I said that wrong, didn't I? Total War, Sins of a Solar Empire, Crawl, Injustice Gods Among Us, Banished, stuff like that. So, let me know what you want to see. Like, which of those games would you like? I guess what I'll do is put it to a vote to see which one is the most popular, in that, like, the one you want to see me play first. Then we'll go from there, and sort of I'll use that as like an idea of where, like, what to focus on showing on the channel first or stuff like that. Or maybe you want to see a game that's not on that list at all and you'd like to see something completely different and all, and feel free to leave your suggestions down in the comments, because that's the most important thing to me, I think. I always love to hear what you guys think. You guys are what keep the channel going, really. I just make the content. You guys, your suggestions and your comments are what are basically the lifeblood of the channel and what keep it going. So never underestimate that. That's always important. I always, like, I just really value what you guys have to say, and I never want you to think otherwise, because the channel is nothing without its community. So with that said, I just want to thank you all again for making this channel what it is, and going forward into the second year of the channel, let's see where we can make it go from there. So as always, thank you all for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next video.